Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber. As always, guys, welcome back. And as always, I appreciate the support. Guys, I'm going to jump right into this. Yesterday night in Houston, Texas, where I'm at, it was a custody exchange that turned deadly. Now, details are not fully out, and I'm just going by, what's out here right now. Before I show you this video clip, I want to say something to you though, real quick. It's never a good idea to bring another man that has nothing to do with your children, either when you're picking up your kids or dropping them off to the father of a guy that you don't deal with no more. It never works out, and it's a common sense thing. You cannot put two dogs in the same space, whether one is new or not, and expect them to get along, especially under these circumstances where things are sketchy between you and the man you used to be with when dealing with children, not in the house with him. Now, I'm going to go ahead and play this press clip, and I want you to see how messed up this whole situation is, and why I think both of them need to be in jail right now instead of talking and cooperating with the police. And I'm telling you, I think more, this is going to have an update to it because somebody's going to jail. And I hope it's both of them. Check it out.
Developing now, a child custody swap turns deadly. Deputies say a Northwest Harris County man was shot several times during a custody exchange with the mother of his toddler and her new boyfriend.
KPRC2 reporter Sabira Rayford has an update from investigators on scene.
I just spoke with a deputy who told me the couple called in early this morning and now they're being interviewed by investigators.
But we just came out, we seen the guy laying out here.
HCSO says the call came in a little after 10 last night. They say when they got to this apartment complex, they found a man on the ground shot several times. He died here on the scene. Investigators say this started with a child custody swap. They say the victim had his toddler at his home when the mother and her new boyfriend showed up. Investigators confirmed the two men got into a fight and the boyfriend pulled out his gun and fired several shots at the father. HCSO says the couple then left the scene with the child. We spoke to a neighbor who saw the aftermath.
It was definitely a shock. It makes you feel uncomfortable. It makes you feel not safe.
Investigators say the couple is cooperating with the investigation and they're reviewing surveillance video. Reporting in Northwest Harris County, Sabira Rayford, KPRC 2 News.
All right, guys, that was the limited amount of information that's out right now. And I'm going to be honest with you, this whole thing is foul. It's foul. And I'm coming from a male standpoint. Maybe I'm not seeing it from the standpoint of a woman, but from somebody that's been through this a couple of times, this whole thing screams BS. Bullshit. And I'm going to keep it real. Yeah, it was Memorial Day weekend and all that stuff. He probably had the baby and all that, had the kids or whatever. And he was dropping the kids off. But I got 4 points that I'm going to point out here. Number one, you brought this man to your baby daddy's house. That's the first thing. Now, regardless if he's a new boyfriend or not, you don't bring no man to another man's house. Men, tell me if you agree with me. We've been through this before. You deal with a dude, you deal with him. We don't care nothing about him or anything like that until you married to him. You bring the guy to the house, that man know where I live, in case something ever happened to him and my kids. He know where I live. I don't know nothing about him. He don't need to know nothing about me. Bad enough you got him around the kids. Men think like that. I used to think like that. You know what I'm saying? But that's serious. That's personal. When you bring another man that shares an interest that he had with you as a woman, ladies, that's a recipe for disaster. You don't bring another man to a man's house. It don't have to be in his house. We're not going to play semantics, but in his neighborhood or where he's from, because some is low-key embarrassing a little bit. And it don't look right. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know what the fight started over, but it was a fight. And me saying to myself, this brings me to point number 2. Sorry about that. Point number 2 is this. Let me make sure my mic is on. You don't know the character of both of these men? Ma'am, you know your baby daddy. You know his character because you ain't with him no more. That'd be something with him or something with you. Well, y'all not together. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, it showed that he ain't no punk and he don't take no stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that raises my thing is, what was your motive of bringing that dude around there? You know the character of this dude you just met. Something in him you like. Just because you like him don't mean it's going to be okay when you go around there. Think about that. You ain't know the character. You ain't think their characters are going to mix and match when it comes to the children being there. Think about that. Guys, it's a lot of this backstory we don't know about. It could be problems. This guy, boyfriend that shot the baby daddy was a new boyfriend. That could be a month, 2 weeks, 2 months. We don't know, but it said new boyfriend. So whether she go and drop them kids off or pick them kids up, he ain't got fucking nothing to say but sit his ass in that car and look straight. You know what I'm saying? Now, supposedly, they got into a fight. Baby daddy and him fighting, dude pulled the gun out and shoot him several times in front of his child or children. So what kind of match, what kind of people you around? Why you got a gun on you anyway? She had to know he had a gun. Because I'm not going for this excuse of women meeting guys and thinking they the cream of the crop. And these guys around them without having a firearm and like letting them know they got a firearm on them. You got to be hugging and kissing on the dude and stuff. Got to know he got a gun on him. So that's flying. Attitude's flying out the window. You had an armed man around your around you on the way to go pick your kids up, then getting in the car with the kids. What if y'all got pulled over? This man shot your kid's father in front of your children. What you think he would have did for you if the cops came and he had to jump out that car, get into a shootout with them, possibly strike and hit your daughter or your kids or run off? You know what I'm saying? It could have been anything. Them kids should not have seen that type of humiliation. That's something they'll never forget. And it's all because of you. This leads me to point number 3. This is why I say they dumbasses need to be both locked up. You left the fucking scene. Regardless of how you feel about that man, your children love him. Out of respect, you shouldn't have left. When that man shot that dude up, which they shouldn't have been fighting in the first place, when he shot him up several times, ain't no way he got in your car and drove off. That showed a lot about how you cared about that man. That's the father of your children. Kids screaming and hollering. He driving down the fucking road. They looking in the back of the fucking car. The dad on the ground bleeding the fuck out. What kind of people are we? What kind of relationship did y'all have? That right there lets me know something wrong with her. I don't care about nothing because I had a situation like this before where one of my exes brought a nigga to my, I don't mean to cuss, but dude to my house when I wasn't there, knew I wasn't there, had nerve to have him in my house, introduce him to my mom, and sit up there. We still married. Ain't even going through a divorce, they're still married. He's sitting up in the house. My cousin said, man, when they brought him in the house, dude was like, the fuck is you doing bringing me in this house? You understand what I'm saying? Then start coming picking on me up. I mean, picking the kids up with him in the car. Like it wasn't nothing. I don't know nothing about this dude. I had to tell her, hey man, don't bring this dude around no more. That's why this is hard for me, because I know how that feels. And I know it can turn into something crazy at any moment. Because a lot of times, somebody gets somebody and they think they better than the person they had. They want to show off a little bit. You ain't break me. I'm still standing. Look what I got. And it always backfires. And this ain't just women. Men do this stupid shit too. And this could have went both ways. You left that man out there to die. And then it's the part that pissed me off. See it here in the beginning of the news clip? Early this morning. That story just came out an hour ago. It's like 12 o'clock. Hours ago, they called in. That's because you heard he died. But he should have never got back in your car if he shot that man. Y'all drove off. Y'all got word something happened real bad over there. Now you want to call in. We'll cooperate. Yeah, your dumbasses will go to jail. Especially you, man, because you caused this bullshit. You knew not to bring that man around nobody. You knew that. And that's the problem I got with this. Too many times, people overlook the obvious because they want to be seen a certain way or they want to shit on each other, regardless of it's male or female. You got to stop this stuff. It's a huge disconnection in the way relationships are carried out nowadays. It is. It is. And this is messed up. Man dead. Children traumatized. You cooperating when you shouldn't have been in the car anyway. So now this dude just met you. This simp ass dude shot somebody. You know what I'm saying? And really it's all close to you because he ain't want to look stupid out there fighting the man. He do what dudes do. Pull the gun out when they fighting. Somebody getting the best of them. They gonna pull the gun out. The equalizer. Boom, 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 boom. Now he going to jail, most likely. You might go to jail and these kids left in limbo. Sickening, man. Sickening. Guys, leave me a comment. Tell me what y'all think about this. As more details come out, probably later on tonight, I'll do another video on this. But this really hit home for me. And it hit hard because I've been in this situation. Motherfuckers come around you and try to act stupid. Then get on the phone and talk shit because they got a guy. And all of a sudden, you and the guy at it. You know what I mean? Because ain't nobody going to back down. You know, we don't know what happened. They could have been driving in the car. She could have had him on speakerphone. He could have been like, who that? The dude be like, yo, don't worry about who did it. And then a fight started. She know better. She know better. They're going to leave him out there dead in the street. Later on, hours later, you call? Nah. You be sitting up there in Harris County like everybody else. When are you going to make it day to day? I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.